Hello, this is Jess. Chat session number 130. It's March 10th, 2018, Saturday evening, about 11:40 p.m. So yeah, we're pushing the edge on this. I worked Friday night, got home Saturday morning, stayed up. I guess this morning stayed up till like 10:30. Finally went to sleep. Woke up at 4, and me and Anita and Aiden went and ate dinner at a local restaurant here, and I had the all-you-can-eat catfish. It wasn't bad. And then got home around 8 p.m. and I was tired, so I laid down till 11:30. About 15 minutes ago I got up, something like that. So here we are. Good to see you. We're going to go right into the tidbits of history. Today in 1959, the rebellion in Tibet officially reached its maximum capacity to what they call the full rebellion. The Chinese invaders a year prior had made agreements that the Dalai Lama would remain over domestic affairs for the Tibetans, and then there was a play coming up later on in March in China, and they invited the Dalai Lama to come, but he had to come alone, and so it was a big fear for the Tibetan people. And when they came down on March 10th to give the official invitation to the Dalai Lama, the 300,000 people surrounded the palace, which started the full rebellion. There had been little outbreaks over the last 4 or 5 years in the Tibetan area where the Chinese had occupied, but this was now the full-scale last stand for these Tibetans. And throughout the month after this, they bombed them. They did everything, killing hundreds of thousands of people of the Tibetan race, whatever, the Tibetan people, killing them. The Dalai Lama went into India, and to this day he has a government in exile in the foothills of the Himalayas. So that's sort of an ongoing thing from a long time, but people survive, people do things, you adjust, I guess you do what you got to do. I like the Dalai Lama's philosophies. A lot of them are about compassion and caring and non-violence kind of stuff, so I like his teachings, or the teachings of that. I'm not sure what religion it falls under, but could be Hindu, could be, heck, I don't know, could be any of those, but it's just some interesting stuff that they use in their rituals and stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, that's the tidbits of history. It's funny because just think of that, the Dalai Lama is my, he's a friend on my Twitter account, so I don't know if it's, who it is, but that's the title they use, Dalai Lama. So I find that interesting as well. This is D-Day, and the bands that begin with the letter D. And here we go. Danzig, Diamondback, Texas, Derek and the Dominoes, Dolly Parton, Diamond Head, Dragon Force, Dionne Warwick, Derringer, DNA, DBA, and Dave Brubeck Band. I didn't have a whole lot of time, probably less than 15 minutes to think about these letter D. I'm sure there's a few that I might have missed. I know there's a few that I missed in C. One being Cream. I don't know how I didn't put that in. But yeah, it happens like that. You just, certain amount, I'm giving myself, I had quite a bit of time on the C section, but I still, on the C, bands start with letter C, but I just forgot about Cream. But that's done now. So anyway, that's the letter D. If you have any other bands that I should know about that I just forgot about, or you think that I should know about them if I don't, put them in the comments of this chat session. Be great. I'd like to hear from you on that. Again, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just put my name in, and it'll come up. And if you're watching this from YouTube, you should have a subscribe button right there. You just push that, and it'll take care of business for you. On to other stuff. It is Saturday. It was all day. Getting ready to be Sunday. Time goes back, so I guess around 2 a.m. I know it goes forward. We're springing forward, correct? It'll be 3 instead of 2 at 2. So it's sort of weird. I wish that they would just not change the time. I still don't understand the significance of any benefit whatsoever to anyone. Maybe I'm wrong. If you benefit from the time change, please put some comments on here and tell me about it, because I sure don't know of any. I think we should tell the government this is nonsense. We need to stop it, and I think we should do that soon, because these time changes, they make my head hurt. I just don't understand why I gotta mess with what's something that's a normal flow. I mean, unless there's some kind of chemicals or chemistry or something that affects me when the time goes forward or backward. If there is, I don't like it. So if you don't think the time change is good, let them know in government. Let them tell them about it. Say it's a bunch of crap. I think Arizona, one of the last states to hold out on that, but I've heard there's rumblings of maybe 3 or 4 more other states saying, no, we don't want to change our time either. So hopefully that'll catch on, because I'm unconvinced of any significant value to anyone that lives in this country of changing our time. It's interesting, though, what are the reasons that they do it? Now, there might have been reasons in the 40s. There might have been because of machines that didn't have lights on them. You know, the earlier mornings for whatever, when you're walking to school, blah, blah, blah. Well, everything's different now. We have vehicles, buses. You know, most of the kids have a way to and from work via a vehicle. Not everyone, but most kids do. So dark or light, and gradually you'll get there with the way the sun is, right? So you just deal with it. That's why we have lights on vehicles. That's why we have the big red flashlights on buses. They stop, we're loading kids, you know. I just don't see it for farmers. There might have been an excuse. Hey, the earlier day makes it easier for the farmer to get started earlier to do his work. Well, now tractors are fully loaded with every kind of light and fixture and shit. They don't need that no more. And if I'm wrong, let me know. I have a view on this, and I don't think we should change our time anymore, but just one of maybe 2 or 3 that do. I don't know. But we could stop this nonsense. I call it nonsense. Nonsense rules and regulations that we shouldn't have to go through. And time change is one of them. What do you do, man? What do you do? We have this controversy with guns and what the Second Amendment really stands for, and I'm thinking, okay, so they want to hang on to their guns so that when the government decides to come in and take over everything, that they'll be able to shoot a few before they get shot. I don't know. You want to protect yourself, I get it. But you think you're going to stop a government that's going to come in and has every weapon available to them in the military? Do you think that we're going to stand a chance? Might hold out, might even get a victory every now and then in some places where, you know, somebody's able to get stuff organized. But come on, I mean, house to house, if they come with all their might, you're going to shoot and they're going to shoot you back, and it's going to end quickly. Unnecessary deaths probably, if that ever happens. I don't see it. I don't see it in my lifetime. I don't see it in my kids' lifetime. But, you know, hey, it could happen tomorrow. So these arguments of gotta have all these badass weapons, man. I mean, come on. Why? You have that many people trying to break into your house? Do people's houses get broken into? Absolutely. Are there maniacs out there that need to be shot if they come at you? Sure. But does everyone need to have these guns? I'd say no. But that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to take it away. I ain't trying to. I'm just telling you what I think. And if there's people that think the way I do, you have a little bit of a momentum. And if there's people that don't and they oppose you, then, you know, you just let it stand. I don't think anyone should be angry at me for having my beliefs. Because I'm not trying to get you to believe the way I believe. I'm just saying what I believe. And that what democracy is, every individual counts. Even if you don't like my ideas, you know, yeah, you may want to come and, you know, get violent because I think a certain way, like that's going to make me change the way I think. I don't know. But all this stuff of labeling people and they're liberals, they're libertards, they're republic fucks, they're whatever. All the different left and right, back and forth. Bunch of babies. Bunch of babies. Every one of you. Any adult who calls another person a name to make a point is a baby. Baby, baby, wah, baby. That's what y'all, every one of y'all, every one of you people who run around screaming about other people, now they're fucked up in their lives. Look at your own lives, people. Look at your own lives. Grow up. Be civil. Be willing to have a discussion with people and use your knowledge of that you've acquired in your lifetime to support the reason you think anything if someone asks you. But you don't attack other people to make your point. That just weakens your whole point. Just use your knowledge and critically think through what you want to talk about and say. And then just say it. But you don't got to make other people run to your way of thinking. And if they don't, you don't have to curse them. You don't have to, like, threaten them. You don't have to do anything. You just say, man, it's just what I believe. But most men that have to do all that shit aren't men. They're a bunch of wimps. And I'm not saying physically they couldn't come in here and beat me down and give a crap either, but I'm not going to talk about them. I used to. I used to blame other people for my state of mind, but then I decided my state of mind is all that I can control. And so all these other people, if you want to argue and whine and accuse other people of the reasons that things are bad for you, go right ahead. I choose not to. This is Jess. Be truthful, be happy, and let's look out for each other, okay? It's Saturday morning. Get ready to be Sunday. I got to hurry up and get this done. Bye.